Welcome to the channel. In this video, Larry will be demonstrating a quick, delicious potato soup recipe using the Instant Pot. This is a production of Larry Under Pressure.
Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before or if you're a subscriber. And if you haven't, we're glad you're here and we hope you'll like what you see and we'll come back again and subscribe to the channel. Today, in the latest generation of the Instant Pot, we're making a real easy to fix but delicious potato soup. So the first thing we're going to do, and don't let this turn you off or scare you because it's not going to be difficult, but we're going to make a roux. And simply, that means we're going to put in butter, and we're using about 6, I've got maybe 8 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to put it in the Instant Pot, and the Instant Pot is on sear Sauté medium. And as soon as that butter gets melted, we'll add some flour. We're going to add 6 to 8 tablespoons of flour and stir it around until it becomes just a little bit darker than what the flour is to begin with. And we're going to call that our roux. The butter's all melted, so it's time to pour the flour in and start mixing it to make our roux. There's the flour, and again, that was 6 to 8 tablespoons. I have about 8 tablespoons of butter in there, and about 6 to 8 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to mix that and cook it around and mix it until it's not lumpy anymore, and make a roux. Roux are good for so many things. That's one thing that the Cajuns gave us that I use in a lot of different dishes. Also, let me make a comment about this Instant Pot. This is the latest generation, and for those of you who haven't used this new Instant Pot, it's a real game changer. It does everything that the old ones did well and then some. It's not likely if you have one you'll be getting one for a while. I still have my original Instant Pot that I bought probably 10 years ago, and with the cooking channel and all I cook, I've about used it to death and I can't wear the thing out. So I bought this one just because I wanted to see how the new version worked. Now, this is almost done. The flour is all done, and the butter's all melted. The pot is indicating hot, so that means it's up to full sear sauté temperature. And we're going to cook this down for just a little bit longer. And if you like onions and or garlic in this kind of soup, right now would be a good time to go ahead and put your chopped up onions in here and hold off just a little bit on your garlic and cook them in with the roux so they begin to cook down. I don't like onions in soup, and I don't like garlic in soup either, so I'm not putting it in, but it's certainly up to you if you want to put it in yours. I suspect most of my viewers will. Let me know in the comments if you do, and let me know how it comes out, or let everybody know. Okay, we've got that mixed up. Let's get it just a little bit darker, so it's nice and roux-y, if that's a word. Then we'll move to the next step. The roux is done now because, as you can see, it's turned a little bit darker. And a lot of times with roux, you want to cook it until it gets to be the color of light chocolate milk, but we don't want it that dark for this recipe. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 quarts of chicken stock, and we're going to stir it until we're sure it's all nice and lump-free, and get it good and hot. There's our 4 cups, and as you know, I use the chicken stock that's dry that you mix with the liquid, and I'll have a recipe for it down below in the information, along with a purchase link. Well, I said a recipe, I meant a purchase link for it, as well as a purchase link for this version of the Instant Pot. So if you're interested, you can purchase one through my link, and it'll help me and won't cost you any more than if you just bought it right off Amazon. We're going to let that heat up for just a few minutes and keep stirring it until it begins to simmer, and then we'll move on. That's simmering nicely. Now you can see the steam coming off of it. Well, I can. I'm not sure you can see it on the camera, but it's kind of thickened up because of the roux. which is what we wanted. So the next thing we're going to do is add 4 cups of milk. And I'm using regular whole milk. If you like it thicker and like much more of a dairy flavor to your soup, you can always use half and half, or even some heavy cream if you like. I don't like it quite that heavy. I'd rather have it just with the milk. But you suit yourself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat this and stir it kind of regularly until it begins to boil slowly, and then we'll move on to putting in our other ingredients. This is rolling at a slow boil now. Remember, I have it on sear sauté medium on this Instant Pot. So we're going to start adding our ingredients. The first thing we're going to add is salt and pepper to taste, and I use, as you know, always this Pit Beast coarse salt and pepper, and it's nothing but salt and pepper, and I'm going to use the equivalent to about 2 teaspoons of each of it. You know, with the potatoes in it, you really need a lot of salt because they're kind of bland. So we're going to put the salt in, the salt and pepper, and it's boiling. It's getting all kind of frothy. And then the next thing we're going to put in is some chopped up celery. And I like mine in kind of big pieces because I like it chunky. But you can chop it up real fine if you want. Or if you don't want any in at all, you can use celery seeds, and that'll give you the flavor. Or if you don't want it at all, just don't worry about any celery or celery flavor. I like the flavor of it. Celery's always a real fresh, good flavor to me, and I like it. And the next thing we're going to add is I have about 2.5 pounds of red skin potatoes that I haven't skinned, but I've chopped them up in kind of bite-sized pieces. We're going to pour those in, if I can do it without splashing it all over myself and getting burned. It's hard to work around the camera, but they're in there now, and we're going to let them sit there until they start to boil. The next thing we're going to put in is totally optional, but I really like carrots, and I like carrots in soups that are like potato with broccoli and that kind of thing. So I'm going to put some some carrot sticks in there too to add a little color and a little flavor to it. And that's looking really, really good. Now, so it won't burn and stick to the bottom of the pot, we need to cook those potatoes for a little while until they start getting tender. So I'm going to, off camera, turn the Instant Pot down to sear sauté low, and we'll let it cook for a little bit and check back on it in a little while. This has been simmering now for about 30 minutes, and I can tell when I stir it, which you should be stirring this about every 10 minutes, that the potatoes, when they hit the spoon when I'm stirring it, are not nearly as hard as they were, so it's probably about done. This lid, by the way, doesn't really go with this pot. It's the lid to the Superior cooker, the Instant Pot Superior cooker. That's another great appliance that I've done several demonstrations with, and it fits perfectly on this one as well. So there's another reason to buy the Superior cooker. So what we're going to do, this is just boiling slowly here on low sear sauté, and we're going to add the final 2 ingredients and let it simmer just a little bit longer, maybe 10 more minutes. I'm going to pour in probably 4 tablespoons of real bacon bits. These are Oscar Mayer. And I'm going to pour in some chopped up Italian parsley that I bought fresh and chopped it up to put it in here to add a little bit more flavor and a little bit more color to it. And then we're going to let this simmer just a little bit longer. The consistency is nice. It's semi-thick because of the roux that we made, the flour in the roux, but I want it a little bit thicker. So the final step we're going to do is we're going to add a little cornstarch slurry to it to thicken it up just a little bit more, but we'll do that just before we are finished with it. So we're going to let it cook about another 10 minutes and call it done. Since I've put the potatoes in, this has been simmering now for about 40 minutes. I did 30 minutes initially, and then I added another 10 minutes to it, and it's boiling slowly. It's gotten nice and pretty thick, but as I told you, I still want it a little bit thicker. So we're going to add just a little bit of cornstarch and water as a slurry into it to make it a little bit thicker yet. I'm sure most of you understand that you can't just pour cornstarch into the pot, because if you do, it'll just lump up and make a terrible mess. So that's why we use a slurry. I've got that poured in. Let's mix it and see. It'll instantly thicken up. There it goes. Can you tell? I can certainly tell stirring it. Now it's the consistency that I wanted it to be. And we're going to test the potatoes now. The consistency or the doneness that we want the potatoes, we really want them about like you'd want them cooked to put them in a potato salad, where you can stick a fork into them and they kind of come apart, but they don't just fall into a million pieces. So let me stir this for just a minute or two, and we'll come back and we'll test the potatoes to make sure they're done. Because if they're not, we can always cook it just a little bit longer. I've retrieved one of the potatoes out of the pot and put it on a plate. Let's check it with a fork. Yep, see, it just splits right open, just like you'd want it to be if you were making a potato salad. So let's go ahead and dish up a bowl of this and have a taste of it. There it is, the finished product. Let's give it a little taste. See how the broth tastes. Very good. It picked up some of the flavor of the bacon, and it's real good. Let's try one of the potatoes. Perfectly cooked. Some of the carrots. They're nice and soft too. Great recipe. All kinds of things you can do differently with it if you want to. Make it your own. As you know, you can add onions to it, you can add garlic, you can omit the carrots, you can add anything you like to it. Make it your own dish. It's delicious, and if you're real happy with it and you think we've deserved it, we'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. We're almost to hit 1,000, and that's our goal for the next month or so, to hit 1,000, and that'll really put us up where we need to be. Enjoyed doing the video for you. Check out the links below, the purchase links for Amazon, and the links for some of the other things that we use on the channel, as well as a written recipe for this dish. Take care now.
We really do appreciate having you visit us for our video. You're always welcome, and you're always welcome to leave questions or comments below. Larry tries to answer all of your comments. We look forward to hosting you again in our next video. This is Andrew. Take care.